right here.
Okay.
Anya's reputation precedes her. She is the badass gatekeeper of Israeli investment in the startup community. There's something very cool about having a powerful Israeli woman standing at the precipice of decision making. I'd like to talk about the overarching program, and then we can drop into life sciences.
You'll pick up the 2 seconds where I look the best. Who is editing this thing?
So what makes up your group? Are they government people or are they private sector?
So the Innovation Authority is a government agency. It's a statutory agency. It's managed by a board. The board consists of government people, but also representatives of the industry. We want to be the highest risk taker, because our role is to make the Israeli industry successful, long-term successful and competitive. We're looking for disruptive technologies, innovative technologies, projects that would be hard-pressed to raise capital, and that's where we come in.
Do you believe that Israel is a world leader?
That's a difficult question to ask in Israeli. Of course we're leading.
One of the recurring themes during this visit to Israel was failing is totally acceptable. Personally, for me, who has been immersed in failure their whole life, 2 marriages, heart failure, that's a failure. This is like a warm blankie for me. But for most of the human race, it's confounding. It's okay to fail here.
Yes.
That's rare in most other cultures.
That is exactly what I'm referring to, yes. So we say we encourage risk by making it okay to fail. And actually, the more risk you're willing to take, the more chances that we will support you. Because we feel that out of those disruptive, risky ideas, the strong industry can come.
Are you looking at any other countries' models to learn from?
Frankly, I have to say this, maybe it's not modest, but a lot of countries come here to learn our innovation approach. I think the government approach to innovation is pretty unique, and we get a lot of people coming to learn. People always ask me, how come there's so many entrepreneurs here? This is like a favorite question, and everybody has their favorite answer. So I usually quote our former Prime Minister, Shimon Peres. He used to say, Israelis are never satisfied. So you see something, you know how to do it better. It's just one answer. And I think the government programs to encourage risk-taking are really important. This is what I see different from a lot of other countries where it doesn't happen. And another thing, this is something an investor told me about Israel. He says, I sit with a startup in Israel, I tell them what I'm looking for. In 5 minutes, I have 2 or 3 other startups they recommend I meet. He said, when I meet a startup in the Silicon Valley, they will never tell me about another company that may compete for my money. And I think that's true.
Really?
Yes, strange.
But that's refreshing.
Absolutely.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think sort of a joint destiny. We're all in this together. We're in this against the world. I don't know. But everybody, it's not like people are altruistic. They're just very proud of the industry. They're very proud of what we do. They want you to be impressed. We have this maybe a little provincial thing about impressing everybody in the world, how good we are, at least at this.
Yeah.
We're done.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I really
Enjoy
appreciate
the
it.
rest of your stay.
It was great sitting with Anya. Why? I got the sense that she has a real vision of where the technology hockey puck is going to be 2 years from now. And when you stand there with that much money and that much power, that's important that the person who's holding that decision-making process has their sort of goggles on, fixated on the right horizon.